Welcome to the 13th episode of the podcast where we go into reality and talk about whatever we want. I'm Usman alongside Khalil, and this is the Into Reality podcast. If you're new around
Yo,
here and you enjoy these episodes of the podcast, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe too if you're on here. We want to grow the channel, just boost engagement and all that stuff. And also follow our social medias, which you'll be seeing right on the screen. You got this one over here, and you got this one right over here. But anyway, like I said, I'm alongside with Khalil. How you been doing, Khalil?
I've been doing good, you know. It's been good for me, I know. You know,
How's your week? How's your week been?
my week's been awesome, man. Like, ever since we got in the third year, it's just like, I don't even know how, but like, it's just been lit for me, literally. Like, I'm doing so well in class, and my best subject in science, along, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing really good at it. I, I always do my homework in science. I always, like, I always, like, get all the questions right. I know. It's actually a good week. I wouldn't lie.
So here's the thing: don't get your hopes all that high up.
Yeah.
It is just your, I believe, yeah. You only been back for 4 weeks. You're stepping into the second month. And like you said, you're in third year
Till,
and
th-
you know what you're going to do
there's something
this
that I
year.
want to say. Like when I was when I was in second year, obviously I was like, that kind of person that's like, you know, I do the work, but like I wouldn't like I'm not motivated to do it. You know what I mean? But I'll still do the work with like someone forcing me to do it. I know. You know what I mean? With someone telling me. Mm, mm, But now, in third year, I've learned to like I've learned to start taking challenges on. You know what I mean? Mm, I start I started to take challenges, and I started to work harder and harder every day of school. You know what I mean?
The thing is, you sound a bit suspect, Philip, because if this was Among Us, we would have voted for you to get right out right now. Because you've been doing the same thing for your whole life, and this is not any different. But then again, it's just 30 days. We don't know how well you're going to be doing this year until we see the results. And speaking about school, like you were just doing, this is what this episode is going to be about. And we're going to be discussing about the education system, looking at it now, comparing it to other countries, and then we'll look at how education has been right now to how it's been before the whole pandemic. So I say it would be fair enough if we just looked into the education system in different countries. And the one I want to really look at is obviously our own country right here, Ireland, and then look at it in Nigeria because that's where we did our school. So most of it here in Ireland and some of it in Nigeria. So basically, we went to school in Nigeria since 2010. We did so we were there for the 2010-11 session, for the 11-12 session, the 12-13 session, and the 13-14 session before we decided to return back to Ireland and just carry on where we stopped. So, how would you say the education system is like, Khalil? So basically, how do things work in schools here, in your opinion?
Like how do they work?
Yes.
Well, you know, I think, oh, I don't really know. Well, basically the restrictions that, like, not the restrictions, but like, the precautions. You know what I mean? Mm.
Hold on. That's for a later topic. We're not talking about the whole thing right now. I'm talking about like how they give homework, how are the markings work, tests, exams, how would they mark the assessment or whatnot. You know what I mean?
I just don't even know. But all I know is that about the homework. Since we only came back, right? It's only been like a few weeks, yeah. I think they started like they give us homework, right? But it's like it's not as much, you know what I mean? Like they're making it easy for us, you know what I mean? But I think later on they're gonna make it harder, you know what I mean? Because we're in third year and all. You get me?
I mean, pretty much. I think that's how it is for every class kid. The higher up you go, the harder it gets. So to no one's surprise that is the
Man,
situation.
just take.
Look, I'm just letting you know that's how it is generally. Um, I would say this. All right. So when it comes to like doing assessments here in Ireland, I'm gonna talk about secondary school and then go to university. Talk about universities. So so I did fifth and sixth year here in Ireland. So if you don't know what fifth and sixth year, that's basically SS2 and SS3 in Nigeria. That's basically year 11 and year 12 if UK had a year 12, and that's the 11th and 12th grade in the United States. So how it worked? If they gave if they gave assignments, give homeworks and tests, basically you just go and do them. That's it. It won't be recorded as part of the assessment because it's not that high of marking it. Basically, the whole assessment during for secondary schools here in Ireland, well, what I know, basically 100% of it is based on your exams. So you have the exams before Christmas, and basically those results there, it won't impact on what you do next year, but basically not next year, but like it basically won't impact what you're going to do next session. But it'll just take a look at how you're doing the time being, and when you come back after your Christmas holidays, January, then you see your results. That's basically just show like this is where you are and how you're doing, and this is where you could improve on before you do the summer exams. Where also with that, it's 100% of it of of the assessment is based on the exams. So yeah, it's just exam. I, the homeworks and tests don't mean anything. It's just I think it's just there just to show that just to see that you're understanding what you're being taught in school and you know you know what you need to know, what you need to write and whatnot. Now, how it is in Nigeria now, Nigeria is different. So I think the one I remembered, yeah, how I remember in Nigeria, based on the last schools I went to, basically schools with there. So basically, in Ireland there's like two two terms. So basically, September to December is the first term, and then January to May is the second term. So in Nigeria, it's three terms. So correct me if I'm wrong, but the first term will be around September, October, and November. That will be the first term. The second term would be December, January, February, and then the last term would be March, April, May. If things were concrete, that is. But for some reason, you just see some schools finishing the third term, in August or July. Don't ask me why. It's just some nonsense I just found myself to be involved in when I was there. So basically, how it works for each term is 60% assessment, a continuous assessment, and 40% of it is the exam. So again, homework has nothing to do with the whole assessment, but there are three CA tests that you do for each subject, and they will could happen, and they will happen within the term. So each one of them is worth 20%, and three of them that's 60%, and then the exam by the end of the term is worth 40%, and then that's how you find out if you got 100% in it or not. So that's how the grading system worked over there. And other things, so basically when it comes to assessment, there's a little bit of a difference, but it's kind of similar in both ways. But now for university, now I don't I don't really know. Our belief for Nigeria, it has to be almost similar to other countries worldwide. So basically, in Ireland, how do you, so it could be different. Some universities will have 70% of the of a subject to be based on assessment. So, and this assessment is assignment. So basically, you could have some assignments where 10%, 15%, 20%, some even 30%. But with every one of them, at least in one of them, you have to at least have a project to do that. That's probably worth about 50, 40 to 50 marks. So, and then the remaining 30% of 100% of that subject would be exam. Now, it's not always 70-30. Some might be 60-40, 50-50, 40-60, 30-70. So it depending on what university slash college you go to and what yeah, no, forget the subject. Depending on which university slash college you go to, is always going to be different. And here's the thing I realized: in some places, in some universities, you would need to pass both. So you need to pass the assessment and you need to pass the exam just to pass the subject and make sure you pass all of them to make sure you could go into the next year. And if you failed a subject there, if you failed a subject, you could repeat the exam at a later date. But then again, if you fail that one again, if you go up a level, you repeat the subject. So that's all I know right in Ireland. So that's that's how it is there. But now, wherever you are in the world, if your education system is similar or different to how it is in Ireland, let us know in the comment section below. We will want to know. Now, here's an interesting topic I want us to talk about, Khalil. I want us to talk about education now to education before the pandemic.
Yeah, before
So
Corona.
let me let me ask you this first. How do you remember schools be like before the pandemic? Can you explain that?
Before the pandemic, like you would have to like sanitize your hands or like wear a mask in the school, you know what I mean? Like, or like they wouldn't have like social distance stuff and all, you know what I mean? So you literally like come to school, yeah, sign in, and then come to class, and then just go to your class and just do your own stuff, you know what I mean? And normally, yeah, like they will like mix the tables, you know what I mean? Like tables of four, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like there'll be like four people at one place, you know what I mean?
Yeah, as I would say for like college and universities, I know that if you just came in or just come in, you're either in the canteen, cafeteria, or maybe you just go to the library,
Yeah.
go to class. Like basically, it was just normal.
Yep.
How normal things went. No difficulties or any of that whatsoever. But ever since the pandemic hit and most of us had to be staying home, how did school try to overgo with that situation, Khalil? What did they have? What did they do? Can you talk
Online
to me?
school.
I mean, could you explain it?
Basically, yeah, there's like this app. I don't know if any of you use it, right? But it's like there's like this app, yeah. It's called Microsoft Teams. Basically, the teachers, right? They give you they give you assignments and they'll give you a due date. So basically, how it works is that you get the assignment, you do the assignment, then you hand it in, like you submit it on the teams, and they organize online classes as well. I know I can't remember what the app is called. It's not Teams, it's another app. I can't remember, but if any of you know that, or you know,
Well, just to enlighten on what you're trying to talk about, Khalil. While while we were here at home for about 6 months, how how it worked is for what I knew, from what I saw, was that they you would be on this kind of like website where they'll send you assignment to do and they'll give it to you so you can just go and do it. And then if you done it, either you did it on your computer or you write it out in the book, you could take pictures of it and then you can just submit it there. But for colleges, obviously, um, how it works now, that campus is closed. That's basically it. The campus is closed. So no one can come in, not even teachers or whatnot. So basically what we had to do is we just have to do online lectures. And like Khalil said, he said Microsoft Teams. There's Microsoft Teams, but there's like other apps you can use
like
for
a
your
Zoom.
classes.
Oh,
Well, thanks for mentioning everything. I have nothing else to say.
ah,
Now, the thing is, basically, ev- since everything, not, now here's the thing. For some campuses, they're about to open it, but I allow a few classes to happen. They're not all of it, just a few of them to happen. And they're going to have their restrictions. So basically, when you come in, you have to have your mask. Because if you don't have your mask, you can't come in into the building. And
well,
then when you come in, you have to sanitize. And then you come into the lecture room. Basically, it's basically spaced out. So some people can just sit here, some people can just sit there and whatnot. Basically, you can't sit everywhere, but they can only sit on the designated places that they give you to sit. So that's what I know. But hey, Abdullahi,
hello.
he's possibly pulling a stunt on us. But let's carry on before we decide to stop killing. So let me ask you this: for you as a secondary school student, how is your school dealing with the whole thing right now. What kind of things are they putting out there to make sure everyone is staying safe while getting your education?
Well, you know, you come into class, right? Basically, there's like this like you either bring in your hand sanitizer, yeah, or you use the hand sanitizer like just built in outside the class. You know what I mean? I know, you know what I mean. Just like at the door, like you you put like the machine and you like clean your hands. You know what I mean? I know, but and then in the classes, yeah, they they divide the tables, right? So there's like a table here, table here, table here, table here. You know what I mean? Like basically, it's in alphabetical order. You know what I mean? And there's like 5 rows. You know what I mean? Like one, two, three, four, five, all in alphabetical order. You know what I mean? So for example, like how my name, I'm saying the statue A. I'm A, right? And there's this girl, right? And her name starts with B. So A, B, you know what I mean? And then the girl that her name starts with B. So A, B, B, you know what I mean? Then there's C, you know what I mean? You know,
Khalil, does your name start with K? Wait,
yeah.
yeah. So what you mean your name starts with A?
No, like I meant my surname,
Oh,
Abubakar.
so it's like it's surname, it's based surname based, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh, oh man.
carry on.
COVID-19, man. Yo, have you wait, I was gonna say carry on so I don't, talk about this later. Come back.
Technically, can carry on.
Well, the like they put them in alphabetical orders, right? And basically, like when the class is finished, yeah, like this row will like come out first, you know what I mean? Then the second row will come, you know what I mean? Like that's just how it works. That's how class is all the time. But in like all the classes, like science and all, like how science you have like mixed classes and all. So it means that you're not with your classmates in that class, you know what I mean? It's basically mixed up with like other classes in your year, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how this is. It's just normal, and your
Oh,
no subject as well, and maths as well.
Basically, all subjects.
Yeah, except for maths, it's just like in the same. For maths, it's in, like it's in order, you know what I mean? Yeah, like they have a seating. How do you say? Uh,
Rows.
no, they have a seating plan.
Alright,
Yeah,
I get it. They have like a plan. So
yeah,
this is where all the seats be. This is where whiny was
yeah,
made,
yeah.
and all that sort.
one.
All right.
I don't think people who watch us know what wani means. This one.
Okay. Basically, okay. So basically, this person here will sit in this seat, and then person B will sit in the seat at the back. Person C will sit at this seat in the front, and etc. Basically. So
Yeah,
while you weren't here, Abdullahi, we were just basically talking about how schools and colleges work now, operate now compared to before the whole pandemic came in. And
yeah.
also, we were talking about education systems in different countries. So we mainly
Oh yeah.
focused it on how grading works in different places.
you
How how
you're saying,
how? Yeah, but your college is online, isn't it? For now.
Yeah, for now it is.
Yeah, my college is online as well, but they want what's called again, to go face to face by November when everyone's back in the country. That's how they want it. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of iffy on this thing. Like I get where they're coming from, because what's called again, because like yes, like majority of things we're doing is practical, like you can't do practical online. Let's be honest, like, and then like
yeah,
when you're online, exams are online, students are just gonna cheat, man. Like I remember when we were doing our exams, yeah, they just told us, here's the link, go do your exams. I'm like, I know loads of people cheated on that exam. Let's be honest, like when the going's gonna get tough, people are gonna cheat. That's why they have to do it now. Like even when we were doing the exams before, people still cheat. People still found a way to cheat. Like even when there's invigilators. Like now, talk about when there's nobody looking at you. Like it's a free for all. It's like what's it called again? What's that thing in Fortnite that every go a Royal Rumble or what? What's it called again?
Aimbot.
No, not aimbot, man.
No, the
When
game
you
mode that everyone plays
y-
online,
Oh,
the
Fortnite,
battle
what's it called?
royale.
yeah, Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. Yeah, it's like a battle royale.
Yeah.
Mad. Anyway, what's it called again? You finally decided to come on today, Khalil. No, no plans. You had no plan. You weren't outside today, were you?
Nah, man, it just raining all day. Man, the weather was trash.
Was
Like
it
like
raining?
I can never trust the weather. Like it was rainy, yeah. Then it was sunny. Then it was rainy again. Like make up your mind already. You know what I mean?
Lil, this is
Yeah.
Ireland. You should have known this since the day you were born.
And you
You know,
don't.
the weather is always going to be bad now, is it?
Yeah, man. I mean,
Oi,
some days it is sunny, but like when it rains, it's just like not in the mood. You know what I mean?
yeah. Uh, yeah, I need. I have my topic. But this is going to be my topic for today. Do any of you guys play fantasy league?
Fantasy what?
Yes, yes.
Yes, fantasy Premier League. Does any of you guys do you play,
Yeah,
Khalid?
Nah, I don't. But Usman plays it.
Yeah, Usman.
Is it to like where
What's
you
your
like make your team or no?
yeah,
yeah. So
Usman?
basically, yeah, okay, say.
Yeah? Go on. Sorry.
So basically, if you don't know what Fantasy Premier League is, it's basically where you could you'll be given a budget of £100 million, and out of all the players that they have on the register from different clubs, you basically build your whole squad. And how it works is it's based on the players' performances on each game week that happens. So
Hmm.
if your player plays, you get some points. If they win, they get more points. If they lose some points. If they score a goal, they get points. Assists get some points. Then there's like hat tricks and I wanna all the sorts
It's
basically.
basically just like a stimulator, right?
Yeah, kind of like a
Simulation. Yeah.
simulator, but it's not based on what happens in the game. It's based on what happens in real life.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Yeah, okay,
carry on.
I'm gonna name out my team. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I made a mistake. Yeah, to start. Yeah, and I put what's it called again. What's your man's name again? Oh my days. Uh, Nick Pope as my vice captain. Yeah, instead of putting Allison. Yeah, by mistake, and I still can't change it. But anyway, this is my team. Yeah, and unfortunately Nick Pope conceded, so no clean sheet for me. Anyway, so this is my team. My starting 11 is Nick Pope, Kurt Zuma, Arnold, Gabriel, Kyle Walker Peters for defense, and midfield Salah, João Moutinho, Kovacic, and Trezeguet.
Oh yeah, try to get that player.
And who are your two up front? And yes, this situation, I'm going to blame connection because I think this is probably the reason why
Yo,
we
bro,
keep
are you
seeing
there?
it's connection, it's connection.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So my two up front are Danny Ings and Raheem Jimenez. So my thing is, yeah, I need my midfield and defense are honestly my attacking up front and defense are good, but my midfield is where it needs work on. So I have Salah, Moutinho, sorry, Kevin Phillips, what's it called again, Trezeguet and Kovacic, yeah. And I want to replace Kovacic, yeah, but I don't know who to replace him with, and I want it like to be like a lower team, so it won't cost that much. So I can replace Kovacic and what's it called again, and Trezeguet.
All
So you
right.
got any ideas? Like, what's your starting line?
Okay. My starting 11 is Allison in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Van Dijk, and Reece James at the back. Midfield, I have Fabinho, Adama Traore, Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Up front, I have Raul Jimenez, and Mikel Antonio.
I have him as well, but I have him and Danny Ings.
Yeah, I think the thing is, just, it doesn't matter what players you put in. It's just about who performs.
Yeah,
And the thing is, you can't change the players. You're saying that you don't know how to change it, or you don't know who to get.
yeah. That's the thing. I don't know who I don't know. Like for what's cooking for a goalkeeper, I had Allison because and Nick Pope, but Nick Pope's doing terrible this season so far. Like no clean, like one clean sheet. I think was it one or is it no clean sheets this season so far.
So
So I don't know. So I want to change him. And your man, what's it called again? And who else? What's it called again? I want to change the midfield. I have Kovacic, and Trezeguet. Well, Trezeguet is good sometimes, but he's a hit and miss. And Kovacic doesn't really score assists that much. So I want to replace him as well.
yeah, what
But
I
the problem
learned
is, yeah,
yesterday,
yeah. Oh,
what
sorry,
I
go on.
learned yesterday is that most times defensive mids will not get you and almost anything in games. So it's better to have like
Attacking
midfielders that,
midfielders.
yeah, attacking midfielders in your midfield that get the assist or even score goals. So basically, I would say any attacking midfielder, but then again, that would just be like, oh, that could be anyone. So maybe, I don't know, depending if you have any money left in your bank and if you're going to replace Kovacic, maybe James Rodriguez. Maybe. It's just a random
Uh,
guess. Suggestion.
yeah, yeah, I might do that. I might take him out because, like, let's be honest, man. Kovacic doesn't give me any. Kovacic and Trezeguet aren't giving me anything, man. Like, I'm not getting anything from them. Like,
Yeah,
let's see, I got 1 point from Kovacic this week, and I got 1 point from him last week. I was like, what's the point of having him? And him and Kevin Phillips as well. I'm not getting anything from them.
yeah, that's the risk of putting newly promoted players into the league. Most times they won't do it anyways.
We're like a hit or miss, like what's it called again? Your man from last season, Pookie, yeah, Team Pookie.
Even
He was
Pookie,
what's it called again? Yeah, everyone was putting him. Then he start at the start. Then he flopped. Then he wasn't good. But James Rodriguez, I might put. Yeah, I might put James Rodriguez. Yeah, I might take out Kovacic because he's a bit expensive, and Trezeguet, and what's it called again? Oh, Kovacic, Trezeguet, and then I put James Rodriguez. I put some what's it called again? Some other guy, probably like Abdul Dekori or what's your
Abdullahi
man's?
Doucouré.
Oh, Abdullahi
And
Dekori, yeah.
I was I
And
was thinking about putting him, but
Al-
then I was warned that he's a defensive midfielder. He's probably not going to really anything. I think I
oh
kind of
yeah,
switch on that.
yeah.
Maybe
So no point.
maybe a midfielder from Wolves.
I have João Moutinho. He pulls the string, so I want to keep him.
Okay, so
But
you already have one.
yeah, but I have three Wolf players, yeah, and I think the maximum is three can get from a team. I have
Yeah,
William
three.
Boney, who I'm gonna take William Boney out as well. William Boney. I have Raul Jimenez, and I have João Moutinho. Like Raul Jimenez, he's a good striker, and so is Danny Ings. So like for cheap, man, and I got Vardy as well. So like they're going to score goals. They're about to score goals, so that's why I kept them. And I have Salah as my midfield, but it's just something. It's not clicking. Like I haven't. Last time I played fantasy football league was back in 2012, and even then, yeah, it was my teacher who made my team because I didn't know how to play it at the start, and I put Torres and what's Cogan and another Liverpool player. Who was it? I can't remember. Dirk
Juarez.
Kite, yeah, Kite as my strikers, man. And you Suarez wasn't banging anything, man. I was losing points, man. Then my teacher changed it for me, and I think it came like second or third. So I could have won if I knew how to do it.
Yeah, I get that. By the way, all these players are obvious.
And you know, like when you make a team, like sometimes, especially like after during the week, you forget about it, and then you forget to check your team or change it or something like that.
I think you're like, oh
It,
God, I forgot
it's
to
just like it's
check
only
my
to
team.
I only remembered like I went to change my team. I only remember today when I saw what's it called again. Chelsea beat your team 4-0. What's that team called? Chelsea beat Crystal Palace 4-0. And thank God I had Kovac. I had not Kovac. I had Zuma on my defense, and he scored and a clean sheet. So I got like 13 points for him. So that was good. Yeah, but I'm just waiting to see how my other team goes. Well, I really want to change, but I don't want to come last in the fantasy league. I mean,
I was thinking of really changing. Who was it? Yeah, I really wanted to change Raul Raul Jimenez because the last match Wolves played it was against West Ham. They lost 4-0, and he scored an own goal. So he basically got -2 points. I was like,
oh,
oh,
that's why I got a minus because he's wait, you get minuses. What?
I mean, I see it's possible. He played the game, but then because wait, it was it was either yeah. So he played the game 2 points, lost -1, and an own goal was just like so was minus as well.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so that was
days.
just basically. Oh yeah, so it's basically play 2 points, lose -2, own goal -2.
Fuck, come on, this is mad, man. Honestly, good.
I think I'm look when I look at my team, I'm like I only keep four main players, and the rest of them are bound to be changed. Like
Yeah,
my four main players are Alisson, Van Dijk, De Bruyne, and Aubameyang. The rest of them could possibly get changed here and there.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, before I end this podcast, yeah, what do you think? Uh, you bet us in the League Cup on penalties again this season. Something I don't know what's wrong with us and penalties, man. Like we bet Chelsea on penalties last year, now we can't beat Arsenal. Well, we bet you last year on penalties as well.
Yeah.
I mean now we keep losing. I was like, what happened? Is the spirit of Istanbul gone already?
Hmm. I
Just
mean, when
mad,
it
but
happened, I
yeah,
know I was glad. Look, I didn't care that we went through. I was just glad we won the game. But then when I realized, oh, Arsenal's been drawn with Man City, I'm like, okay, forget about it. Just forget it. It's just one of those situations. Like someone must pay that. But it is
man,
what it is. That's
what to
life
be
for
so
Arsenal.
much seriously? No, I swear to God, yeah. For the past 3 years, yeah, we always get one of the worst or what's called dumbest draws. Okay, 2016 or 2016 17. That's when 16 17 season. That's when I came back watching football. We had what's called again the League Cup. We got knocked out by Southampton, yeah, in the semi-finals, yeah, and then in the FA Cup we got knocked out by Wolves, yeah. 17 18, yeah. We played Leicester first time, yeah, and we got knocked out by them in the League Cup. And the FA Cup, who did we get knocked out by? 17 18. Uh 17 18. Who knocked us out?
I don't. I
Oh,
don't. I,
it was Wigan, yeah. We got knocked out by Wigan 4-3. Was it 4-3 4? It was so bad. I think it was Wigan. Yeah, we got knocked out by Wigan in the FA Cup. 17 18. So 18 19, yeah. Last season, 18 19. 18 19. Who do you get knocked out by in the League Cup? 18 19. We got knocked out by Chelsea. In the league. Yeah, we got knocked out by Chelsea in the League Cup. And the FA Cup. Who knocked us out in the FA Cup? 18 19. Who was it? What was the 18 19 final? Who 18 2018
18
19
19
final?
FA Cup final for
FA
18-19 was Man City and
Watford.
Chelsea.
Watford, yeah. Was it
Oh
what
yeah,
did what
Watford,
was it what
Watford.
isn't that when they
It
got
was Watford.
battered? Was it what did they get battered now?
Six, six.
6-0 in the final, man. Oh, I
Yeah,
remember, wasn't that the what's it called again? When remember your man Troy Dean was laughing at Jimenez. Was it Jimenez or Martinho or Neves for putting the mask on? Yeah, and then he
yeah.
was
It was
like,
Jimenez,
oh,
Jimenez.
yeah. And then he gets knocked. Then he gets battered 6-0, man. So how man Troy
in the
Deeney, man,
in the Bible.
man chat so much, honestly God, yeah. And then what's calling it? It comes back to bite him. Oh, so 1819, yes. 1819 we got knocked out by Wolves 2-1. And then 1920 League Cup we had to play the kids and we got knocked out by who did we get knocked out by? Oh, we got
Aston
Aston
Villa
Villa. Yeah,
five
then we got knocked
nil.
out by 5-0. But those were the kids because we had to go win the Club World Cup, bigger trophy. But still, then we got knocked out by then we got knocked out by Chelsea in the league in the FA Cup. Even though they went and lost it, so it was okay. So I don't really care. Then this season we were knocked out by you guys in the cup. Like we always like Man City and Man United. Yeah, they always have the easiest runs. Yeah, honestly, God, like, them two. It's like it's rigged or something. Like they get the easiest runs, and then us we have like especially Liverpool. We get all the harder teams. And then Klopp with his mentality, he doesn't really care about the League Cup or FA Cup. He's more focused on the Champions League and what's called Champions League and what's it called? Champions League and Premier League. It's so annoying.
More focus on the
Like
bigger thing.
yeah, bigger things.
And they say Klopp the best manager too.
Yeah, he
I
is the
mean,
best
if
manager.
we talk about best performing manager, yeah,
Like best manager at the moment, like on form. That it has to be him. Like
yeah. So you
Guardiola, they drew 1-1 with Leeds today. Even though they
thanks
bought
a lot,
Ruben
De
Diaz.
Bruyne.
Yeah, huh?
I
Even though
was
they
saying
bought
thanks
Ruben
a
Diaz.
lot
Oh yeah, they bought Ruben Diaz and they
from
still drew and
Benfica.
they still drew 1-1. What do actually before we end this, yeah, let's have a talk so I can clip it at least for my because last what's called in podcast we had no clips because we were just waffling and they were on everything we were every changing subject every 10 seconds. So what's your opinion on Man City spending like around 400 million on defenders?
Around 400 million and well, like when is it within a period of time or is it
Pep Guardiola spending 400 million on defenders.
wow 400 million? Well, I can definitely say that there has been some flops, and then there's been some good ones. I mean, obvious flops that come to my head. There's Nolito. Wait, was it
But
only
I don't think I
Nolito?
don't think no I don't think Guardiola bought Nolito. No, that wasn't him. No, Nolito, and no, I think he bought him, but Nolito wasn't a defender now, was he? He was supposed to be an
Nah,
attacker.
that was. I think you're talking about Jesus Navas.
Oh, are you sure? Are you sure Nolito was bought by Pep?
Nolito was bought by Pep. Navas was at Man City before Pep came.
No, not he's his Navas. I know he's his Navas, but what's called again?
I think there
Nolito?
was someone.
But is Nolito what's called again a? Isn't Nolito? Uh, yeah. I'm admitting it. Nolito wasn't a defender. Nolito was a midfielder or attacker. Anyway, here's all I have the list here anyway. So he has bought Ruben Diaz for £65 million, Nathan Ake 41 million, João Cancelo 60 million, Angelino 10.5 million, Aymar Laporte 57 million, Benjamin Mendy 52 million, Kyle Walker 50 million, Danilo 26.5 million, John Stones 47.5 million, Claudia Bravo 17.1 million. Claudia Bravo's gone, Danilo's gone, Angelino's on loan, I think. And to be honest, the only person and Benjamin Mendy's just trash. Like to be honest, the only two people who I can say have actually solidified their amount is probably Kyle Walker and definitely Mark Laporte.
What would you say about Bernardo Silva?
But man, that guy's dumb, man. Honestly, I don't like that guy, man. But that's a topic for another day.
Well, that topic for another day. I thought, to be
Yeah.
fair to him, like his second season at Man City was his best one. First one wasn't all that much. I think probably because he was playing more centrally and probably just better for him. Let's
No,
see.
well,
Also,
in terms of performance, yeah, he's good, but like his attitude is what I just don't like, man.
then you forgot one player that Guardiola also signed in
as a defender.
2016.
As a
He
defender.
signed, no, not a defender. He signed a midfielder. He signed Leroy Sané from Schalke.
Yeah, but he sold. But Leroy Sané sold now. He sold him. And he was a good player, man. Honestly, he was a great player. Like I hated playing against Leroy Sané when we had when Leroy Sané was playing against us. He was really good. But,
And here's the funny fact about Leroy Sané. For Bayern Munich, he was actually their plan B on the winger they wanted to sign.
oh, they wanted Callum Hudson Odoi.
Callum, yeah, Callum holds to the door. I'm like, yo, are they actually having a laugh or are they actually genuinely serious? Because when I heard that he was linked with Bayern Munich, I just said Odoi should just go because he played for Chelsea and I'm not a big fan of Chelsea. So it's like if you lose one of their best players, I'll just be like, haha, you lose one of your best players.
Yeah,
I
but now what's cooking?
think we should end the
But now what do I say? Now what's cooking? Uh, Callum Hudson Odoi is like he's down the pecking order since Chelsea spent over like £250 million this month, this transfer window. Which, to be
Yes,
honest, it's not. I'm not surprised. Like, who's Chelsea and spending money, man? That's what they do. Uh,
like Chelsea were the only big buyers in this transfer window because last season they had the whole no, they had a ban on transfers. I think
yeah.
they could only sell, they couldn't buy anyone. They could only sell. Out of the
Yeah.
all the players, who do you think is the best one that they got?
For me personally, I'd say, in terms of like talent and longevity, uh, Kai Havertz. But in terms of instant impact, I'd say Ben Chilwell. Because for what I saw his debut today, I think was it an assist and a goal today. So I say Ben Chilwell in certain impact, but in longevity, I say Kai Havertz will be the best. Hopefully,
Yeah, well, okay. For me, I
and
think
hopefully
for me,
Timo
well,
Werner if he starts
okay,
scoring.
yeah. For me, I was just thinking. I think the best player they signed out of everyone, in my opinion, is Hakim Ziyech because I think out of all the players, like he'll be the one that Chelsea would need more.
Oh yeah,
Like
forgot about him. Yeah,
he's someone I liked a lot, and I wish Arsenal went and signed him. But the fact he went Chelsea just annoyed me. But I'm like, it is what it is. So basically, the reason I say him because I could have said Timo Werner, but then again, I'll just be like, did Chelsea really need Timo Werner? Because he's no disrespect to Werner, but I remember last season Tammy Abraham was having the season of his the season of his career. Being Chelsea's main striker, even though I thought he should be Bashawai, well, he was their main striker. He was scoring goals, some hat tricks here and there. Being Chelsea's main striker, finishing the season with I think it was like 18 goals in the league. I was like, for his age and the kind of striker he is, even though he's not been that good of a striker, it was unbelievable. I just thought, oh yeah, he earned himself a starting role as a striker next season. But then they sent Timo Werner. I'm like, wow, just wow,
yeah, they did him dirty. That's all I have to say.
absolutely. Oh yeah, next off, they signed this French defender called Malang Sarr
Oh
for
yeah.
free. 21-year-old, yeah, for free. And again, this is just something that annoyed me because most times he was being linked with Arsenal. So that Arsenal could go and sign him because he's free. Arsenal don't have to pay any money just to figure out the wage they need to give him. And it's like, oh yeah, this is a typical Arsenal sign. They can get it done. Nope, off to Chelsea. And he's even sent on loan. Where? I don't even know where he's been sent on loan. But then again, when you look at Chelsea's players they signed, there's some there's some good ones. There's some they could be hit. But then again, there are some misses in them as well because
Yeah, but that's the same with every team.
Thiago Silva's first game in the Premier League. Man,
Good,
man,
wasn't it?
It was against West Brom.
No, it wasn't. It was against your team, Chelsea. Remember?
No, I'm talking about Thiago Silva's debut, Premier League debut.
Oh, the Premier debut. It was against. Was it against West
West
Brom?
Brom. Yeah, it was against
No,
West Brom. Because his first
we
Chelsea
haven't
game,
played West Brom. You sure, man?
who Chelsea?
No, Thiago.
Thiago did.
Oh, Thiago Silva. Oh, I thought we were talking
Yeah,
about Thiago, the guy. Our Thiago
nah, we'll get to
Alcantara.
We'll get to that Thiago in a bit. We'll get to that one in a bit. This
Yeah.
Thiago Silva first game against West Brom, 3-0
Oh,
down by halftime.
well, I felt bad for him, honestly.
No, Chelsea were
Oh,
3-0 down by halftime. West Brom
yeah.
were winning the game, and then they came back scored 3 goals. Now I don't know. People were saying, "Oh, West Brom flopped," or you could say, Thiago Silva had a nightmare of a debut. Anyways, it's just
Yeah.
one game, but it is a different playing field compared to French league.
Yeah, definitely. Like, compared to the Farmers League, obviously, it's it's more high intensity. Like the reason why Premier League is called it's not why people think Premier League is the best league. It's because on in the day anyone can beat anyone. You get me? And like
Yeah,
we have a top six, yeah. While in what's called in La Liga is between two teams, usually winning. What's called Real Madrid with Barcelona and probably Atletico Madrid. In Syria, it's just what's called it's just been Juventus for like what 7 8 years now. In what's called in what's called in League One, it's just been PSG winning, and in what's called German League, it's been Bayern Munich. Like there's no competition. Like honestly, God, it's just boring.
the thing is, if you look at La Liga, I know it's basically Barcelona, Real Madrid, but then again, they always have like that one team that's trying to get close to them, but
Mhm.
they're not getting there. At least with the Premier League, like there's top six, no one cares about mid table. Relegation is just sometimes entertaining. It's like, oh, this one looks like they could get relegated, but they get safe. Someone you think is going to get safe in the relegation zone, like that one keeps changing more times.
Yeah,
Anyways, Thiago Alcantara
man,
had
I
had
love
people
that guy.
believe that was the perfect debut
No.
ever.
Oh man, it's so fortunate man got corona. Like honestly, man, he was such a good
But
player.
I think
Him and Manny, yeah, Manny's got corona as well. He's off. He's off for 2 weeks now.
that's unfortunate.
That's sad. Yeah, unfortunately. But like,
The
what
thi-
can you do?
yeah. Anyways, the thing with Thiago, he made I don't know how many passes. I know he made the most passes in the match, but I don't remember how many passes exactly he did. Like
Was it
35,
75? Was it 7? Was it 7? Ah, 75? I think it was that
70, 75 passes. Oh, okay, he
most.
did concede them a penalty, but Allison
They
saved.
missed. They missed it. So
Someone,
that was okay.
I remember someone said, "Yo, Allison was just being lazy because nothing was happening in his area. So Thiago had to make sure he had something to do. So that's why he conceded them a penalty so that Allison could save it."
He was like, I was like, I have to. It's like, it was like, bro, you've been doing nothing, man. Let me give you some work, you know.
Yeah, he's just like, I look at you, and then I look at Manuel Neuer. I mean, okay, Neuer, he might have a good defense in front of him. I actually
Yeah,
think about it. Oh, whatever. Basically, that's Alcantara in a nutshell. And he's also in
yeah,
quarantine for 2 Yeah, go.
uh, uh,
So it's like Ibrahimovic and Mane and oh Mane got coronavirus.
yeah. Unfortunate. Anyway,
Man, it's actually
it's nearly
sad.
60 minutes. Khalil, you want to end the
Yeah.
podcast? You want to end the
What?
podcast? You want to end the podcast?
Yeah.
We go on, Khalil. Say what you got to say.
Khalil,
Khalil?
how would you end your videos?
Oh, um, I'd be like, oh, yo, that's the end of the, that's the end of the podcast. Mm, Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to subscribe if you like if you like the channel. I, I will see you on our next episode of the podcast next Saturday. Peace.
Bruh, the fact that you said thank you for watching. I'm like the only thing like two icons that just waiting coming out of it every time we speak. But anyways, thank you all for listening. Like Khalil said, if you did enjoy this episode of the podcast, give it a like. Write in the comment section your opinion about the topics we discussed. Subscribe to this channel and subscribe to the Clip channel. Link to that will be in the description below. Don't forget to follow all our socials on the screen. Thank you all
Well,
for
we
listening.
see you guys.
We'll see you next week.
See you guys. Thank you.